being able to participate.
I call Jonathan Young.
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to stand and speak to the Student Loan Scheme Amendment Bill number 2. And yes, fortunately I don't have to shout as loud as the member from Palmerston North did in the last bill. Well, the louder he shouted, the less I could hear what was coming through. However, just the previous speaker, I think there was a number of reasonable comments there. Probably not all of them would I agree with. Particularly, I think, around this notional thought that he's putting out there that we see tertiary education as an area where cuts can be made. I think that what we are seeing here is some adjustments to a loan support scheme or student support scheme that is bringing some accountability, of course, some efficiency. We are wanting to ensure that future generations of students have the accessibility to such a scheme, and so we are ensuring that we are retaining or building the value of the scheme for New Zealanders. And it's true, as the Minister did say in his speech, that the cost to the scheme in previous administration was went to 48 cents in the dollar, and working to bring the cost of that down into something which is more acceptable has been quite a job over these last few years. Now it's just over 39 cents in the dollar. What that means is that there is a better return for taxpayer, but what it also means is that this scheme becomes more accessible for more students. And we have been very focused on creating accessibility to tertiary students. We firmly believe that with the changes that happen in technology, that you can't just roll out of high school without a qualification and hope to get a high-paid job. More and more people need to have a skill and a qualification that's going to enable them to gain the qualification to be able to earn a high-paid job. And this all, of course, is a work in progress. I just want to actually just touch on some comments regarding the efficiency and the building of the efficiency of the tertiary sector. Results from 2011 show that the government's continued focus on performance in the tertiary sector is paying dividends. Tertiary Skills and Employment Minister Stephen Joyce raised this in a press release just recently on the 6th of September. He made the comment, and I'm happy to quote this, that the course completion rates have risen from 77% in 2009 to 82% in 2011. With qualification rates over the same period increasing from 62% to 71%. So whilst we are seeing tertiary education becoming more accessible to students, what we are also seeing is that there is a lift in completion rates and a lift in qualification rates. And some of the adjustments that we have made to the student loan scheme is part of that motivation. If somebody's going to go into a tertiary training situation and continue to receive the support from the taxpayer, getting a 50% pass rate over that 2-year period is bringing accountability. It's just not the next experience after high school. It's just not the intermediate thing between high school and possibly employment. It's actually requiring people to be stewards of the funds that the taxpayer provides, and it's ensuring that the continuity of those funds are matched to hard work in that tertiary training and with a qualification that in the end is going to give them a marketable qualification. So at the end of it, a student doesn't come away with indebtedness that doesn't give at the same time an opportunity to get to or to gain employment. And so I believe that these measures that we are putting in place are sound. I think that they are expected. I think in difficult financial times, the taxpayer wants to see not only accountability but fiscal responsibility from government. And so I do commend the work that has gone into this bill. It's As the previous speaker said, it is a technical bill. I think the issues around data matching, I think they are important, and I think that his comments around that are sensible. And I think that what we're going to see is some progress made to create a very robust system for the future, for future generations of learners in our country. We know that we compete internationally and that the human capital of New Zealanders is very much tied to the educational qualifications we have and the skill base we have here as a nation. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy to commend this bill.
David Clark.
Mr. Speaker,